So in the yesterday class, we have seen the class, method, object. Right. The syntax of the method, syntax of the class, and inheritance concept we have seen. And today's concept is abstraction. So what is abstraction? What is the abstraction? What are the things it should be there? Okay. Abstraction is the partial. It's like an interface is also there. Okay. Abstraction interface is also there. It's an hiding the business logic. Implement and hiding the business logic. Cannot create the object for the abstraction. So far here in this image, you can able to understand that what is will be abstract class. The abstract class will always have the abstract as a keyword. Okay. And it will have the one method. That method will not have the body tag. That method will have the body tag inside the another view only. In the actions of another child view only. In the parent view, it doesn't have the, in the abstract method, there is nothing else. The abstract class have 2-3 methods, but only one method does not have that method should be the name of abstract as a keyword. That method doesn't have nothing else. Okay. Let's have an idea about this abstract class. This abstraction will be doesn't used by anywhere else in my office point of view and my knowledge. We doesn't use the abstract class most of the areas. Okay. Because here we are declaring as a method and then we are using it as a full view. That like we doesn't use anywhere else. Okay. Here data hiding is there and then we are data reusing is here. Okay, that much kind of thing we doesn't use, but in the get set method we use. That I will show you now. Okay. An interface like a same thing. One method will be introduced here. 2 methods will be introduced without an body tag. The body tag curly braces open close will not be there. Only it will be in the parent class only. The interface will always introduce the name only. Okay, it will reuse here only. I hope you understand those guys. This much of interface and the abstract class and all, that much we doesn't use at anywhere else. Okay. Here the rules and regulations for interface and abstract class. So be aware of this abstract class and interface. Most of the interviews they doesn't but doesn't talk about those things. But it may chances there. Do you know about the abstract class and interface? Because it is also one of the part of the OOPS concept. So be aware of these concepts. Okay. Just have an idea about the rules and regulations what they have given for this 5 points and here and then here. That is it. Okay. You read that itself that we can able to understand these pictures. Okay. So here the main thing is encapsulation. Encapsulation is the thing where the data hiding is taking place and the data binding takes place. Okay. So data hiding means what? Encapsulation is a process of data hiding where any member of an object. Okay. That means, see here, in the class, the extends as a keyword, this class and this class will be combining. Okay. And then here, the private, all the declared private is called as a data hiding here. and then the data will be used here as a get role, get room type. Like that, they are using here as a we are calling that name here, and then we are using it here. Okay, for example, get LOC means this LOC will be get here. Okay. So with the way the web element, the location will be added by this get LOC. This is called as an sample encapsulation that I will show here. Here, all private method, whatever it's declaring, that is called as an data ID. Okay, this data will be used in this class only. Okay, so we are hiding this data here, and then we are reusing this data here. Okay. This email input is the method. It was introduced here, and that was it. That was called as a private method, and it was reused here as a email input. Okay. So wherever the get and then set is there, that is called as an encapsulation. The first thing you want to understand thing is called the get and then set. Wherever using is called as an encapsulation. For example, here the get attribute value is being used. Okay, here you doesn't giving any input. If the text box inside you type anything else, that only will be printed in the value. But here the value is not printed. Only that value is being getted only. Okay. The same thing, the string email, it's clearing and then again it's giving it such n keys. So that's the way it returns and then it will be set. That means first whatever you're declaring here in this as an email, that will be printed in the here. Once it's coming again, it will clear and then again it will, you can able to set again. Whatever the default value is there, it can be able to be clear and then again the send keys should be sent with the help of in the main page. In the main page, you can call that login page as set email and then set password. Okay, you are giving one value. This value will be placed here and then it will be printed in the text box also, and then after showing it as an output in the text box, and it will be by the value of get attribute value, it will be printed out. This is the way you want to write a programs. These are the number of lines of programs will be reduced while by using a case get email, set email. If you want to declare the another time this mail.com, this username, this password into the negative case, it is also possible like the way of giving here the login page, set email, set password again and again. So that it's way to reduce the number of lines of codes and it will be reused in the another main method also. While this method will be used in one day and then the another method we can able to open another class we open and then another main method also we can able to open and different types of inputs we can able to give. We can run this case for this username input, and then we can run another class with the help of inputs. For example, this class will be written into 2 times. Like for example, Facebook login test 2. Okay, I'm giving here as a finish. In this area, you call this, you can use the same coding here. Okay, you can use the same coding here, and we can able to give the input differently. Here also fita, here also fita. Okay. So this is the username, this is the password. We can able to reuse here. So this code will be reused here. This method will be called again. So by the way of giving the get email, get password, the value will be printed. Okay. Wherever we need, we can able to recall this back. It's a single class. We can keep on recalling the classes. That's the way we are giving here as a, in this main method also we can use, if we want to run this username and password, we can run this class. We can able to run this class, and we can able to run this class also. If we want to run the both the classes, get right click here and then show here and run this means, then the overall this package itself it will run. So by the way of creating the class here and then here and then here, it will reduce the number of lines. So where the get set method is there, what is the use of get set method? So please aware of that. It is maybe used, it will be used in the important areas. The most important thing, the get set method. Okay. So you guys want to understand the Java is the main concept encapsulation. In every companies, you went to all the companies interviews, all the companies, the first question will be what is meant by hooks concept, and the second question will be what is meant by encapsulation. So you want to tell that the encapsulation is the thing, it is called as a get set method. In the get, the data will be getted, and then in the set, the data will be setted. That means one area the data will be hide, and then the another area the data will be bind. The data hiding and binding will be takes place here. That was we have seen before here.
Hiding unwanted information.
So be aware of these norms and then these classes where we are using, how we are using. I will send this class. I will send this view. Send this class. The inheritance concept we have already seen. Okay.
Action.
So now the last concept is polymorphism. For the concept, The last concept is polymorphism. Okay. One is
Polymorphism.
one is encapsulation, inheritance, this is polymorphism, and object and class. These 6 topics you want to aware about the OOPS concept. And while by the using of this 6 concept, I will do one Java page object model. Okay. With the page object model, you want to do the same thing with the your that is the one of the project. Okay.
Okay. Project करना.
Iftan.
Okay, sir.
There is one at the Friday. I will give a task that you should want to finish the page object model. That I will teach you tomorrow. Okay, if it is
Okay.
time there, I will teach you today itself. Okay.
Okay.
You guys want to tomorrow is also a practice session. Tomorrow the Java object of OOPS concept will be given for you. You want to fulfill that.
Okay.
Okay, and after that,
Okay.
in the next weeks, the cucumber will be take place, and then collections also will be there. Collections of
Okay.
okay. In Java, we
Okay.
see only the collections and then OOPS concepts, and then multi-threading is not that much important, but I will show you the multi-threading also. Okay. What
Okay.
are topics we are seeing in the Java? Please here. Here the all the names I will given here. This much of knowledge you much should be gather from me. Okay. What the collections, whatever the list set map, generic cell collections, list set map, everything. The local object constructors. Okay. These are the things, important thing we want to aware about the Java. Okay. And then the balancing is that thing is important. The only the loops concept is very important. Okay. The for loop, if loop, while loop, do while loop, how the control statements will work. Like that way you want to need. Okay. And then here is a programs given for the you guys. The like for example, the interview based I have given the programs to print even numbers, to print odd numbers like that. That I will show you in the future. Okay, these are that we want to be aware about the OOPS concepts. Okay, OOPS concepts and collections. So come back to the polymorphism. So today concept is polymorphism. So these are the class, method, object, abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism. So these 7 topics, anything else you have doubt means, please ask me today itself. From tomorrow onwards, we want to do a project. Tomorrow is fully a practice session. Tomorrow is the online class full and full. You guys, you want to share the screen. All of them want to share the screen and then start writing the program. Okay. What I am now giving for you. That is called as a project. Okay. So the polymorphism means it's called as a method overloading and method overriding. What is called as a method overloading, method overriding? Method overloading means it's in the same class, same method name, but parameters are different. That means, see, in the why we are giving here as a separate set email method name and then separate set password and then separate set click on login button. What is the reason? Here in this program, we have written the separate program for a set email. Okay. And then separate program for the set password. This is binding. Okay. So the area why we are giving like this a separate set password, set email, we can give in a single method itself. No. Why we are giving in a different types method? Because in the Selenium testing, whatever you are doing, we must want to do in a method. Because if you are getting anything wrong, then this method only will get problem, and then this method will be run. I understand what I'm trying to say. For all the action, whatever we are trying to do, that all the action should be done in a method only. In the Java, whatever we are doing, that should be done in the method name only. Thing is here, the method name for example, in a web application, for example, it is the which app I'm doing. It is a Facebook application. Okay. In the Facebook application, you are going to give a username and password. We are giving like this, set email and set password. While we're running this case, what it will show? It will show if the case was failure here, then the balance method will not run. So, but in the test engine, what we will do? We will do this test case into a test into one time, and then this case into a test another time. Because this case is fails, and then the another case will run. Because in the test engine, all the test is a main method. But in Java, only one main method will be there, and in that main method, whatever you are writing the program will be run by the as per step by step. So by the concept of this set email and then set password will be run with a step by step procedure. Whatever the actions you are trying to do, you want to do in a method only. Either you are going to give an input, or either you are going to click a login button, or anything else you want to give in a method, and then you want to call this method. That's the way you want to write a program. Is there any doubt? You guys can ask. Because once you given in the method overall here, we can able to reuse these methods in the another class, like that. We can able to reuse the code in several times. By the way of extends as a keyword, otherwise the Facebook login page new equal to Facebook login page. By the way of we are giving here, we can able to call these things. Polymorphism, I will tell you. Polymorphism means the method overloading. Method overloading means in the same class, you are giving the same method name. If the same method name is there, then it will confuse. For example, I am giving here the set email is there. Okay. And then the same name I am giving here as a set email. Then I save this program. This is a constructor, sorry. See here, in the employee is the class, and then here the empid and then empid is the same name. For example, in the class having the same name like Chandru is a two person. Then you calling then you calling as a name as a Chandru. Then both the person will see us. So we
Yes.
can't able to, then there will be the confusion in the way of calling the person. So that the area we are going to give the initial for the person. We are giving the initial as a difference between the all the Chandru. Am I right? In a classroom,
Chandra.
that the way we will call. The same thing we are using the same employee ID, employee ID, employee ID, employee ID for four method, and we can able to
Uh,
declare int ID and int ID and string name and int ID string name long phone name
um,
and then string name int ID long phone name. Like that we can able to differentiate them by the way of
uh,
giving the parameters. Okay, these are things are called as parameters. The way we are indicating in that double quotes in the square bracket in the normal bracket is called as a parameters. Okay, that the way I have given here. The same class and then same method name and then the parameters is that is called as a method overloading.
uh,
Okay. So be aware about the method overloading and then method overriding. Okay, method overloading means the same class, the same method name, but parameters different. Okay. But in the class where we are going to give a method overloading, method overriding, that is the same method name, same parameter name, but class
uh, different.
using the way of extends as a keyword, we are interconnecting the class. See, for example, here the client is a class and then my client ID is a method name. And the same method name we using here, client ID, and then we are giving the customer as a another class, and then client is that we are calling the class here, and then we are reusing here. Then that time only this override class only will be written. This class will not be run. So then what is the purpose of overriding here? The override will always what the class was overrided, that only will be printed.
Okay.
Please aware about the concepts. What is swimmer method overriding and method overloading? Overloading is the concept. The
Last name.
okay parameters are different. Class and method name is same. Okay. And see here, huh? Overloading. Okay. Overriding and overloading. And the way we don't want to give the int and then byte in a same area. Int and byte data type, we can't have
Parameter.
same area. Because both the things are indicating the number only. So you can give in a same thing, it is a integer itself. Here whatever we are seen here, these are the different parameters like integer string long. But here they are similar data types, so we don't want to give it in here same method itself. That also I given in the picture. Okay, you must aware about that also. This is the one of the entry question was asked by them. That's why I keep this picture. Okay, so please remember those things. The integer and the byte data type should not be in a same.
Same.
So this so yeah, the why you are giving means this is the same similar data types. The data types is similar, that's why we can't able to give. Okay. Okay, take 10 minutes break and then come again. I will show you the page object model in the Java concept. Okay, and then the same page object model you should guys want to run. You should guys want to practice in the Friday session. That is very easy only. Take a 10 minutes break and then come. Bye.
Oh.